Right, so for quarter 3 and some of 4, I thought we would do a bit of a game. I've come up with a game for Pete and H, and we're doing countdown. So for those who are listening, we are going to put this out as a video. So if you want to pause now and wait for the video to come out, that's totally fine. However, I'm going to try and make it so you can play along without the video, should you not wish to watch it. I don't know why. And we'll try and make it as fun for you as possible. So pause it now, get a pen and paper, and then we'll see you on the socials to see how you did against H and Pete. So it's NFL Countdown. I'm sure you guys are both familiar with how Countdown works. I've got 17 players lined up, and I've got anagrams of their names, and it's going to be the first one to name the player.
Oh, okay.
You with me, H?
Yeah, I'm not enjoying it already.
That's fine.
Being dyslexic, I'm at a disadvantage. So
Now,
here we go. The excuse is coming out.
See,
I was hoping
I think being dyslexic helps H because he's going to automatically be jumble the words anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was a hindrance, but it's not.
Yeah, so there's no buzzers. It's the first one to shout out the answer. So the anagram will come up. You get 30 seconds. At 10 seconds, I'll give you a hint. At 20 seconds, I'll give you a second hint. Then it's first one to shout it out gets it.
This really is, if you're listening to this podcast, this is now terrible podcasting. So this couldn't be any more visual if you tried.
I'm going to give them the letters so they can write the letters down at home and then try and figure it out before you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this took me a while to make, and you'll see why in a sec when I go on to the next screen. It's mainly because I spent most of the time looking at pictures of Rachel Riley.
Yeah, fair.
Which, if you are watching this video when we put it up on the socials, you'll understand why. So you're both ready then?
Yeah, go for it.
So number 1. Is Cake ERRDR. So CAKEERRDR. Timer starts now.
God, this is harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's a quarterback.
Drake May. No. Where's my M?
He's a sexy man.
Derek Carr.
Yes, H has got it. It's 1-0 to H.
When you said sexy, I knew who it was.
Just sexy.
Yeah, so, as soon as you said a sexy quarterback, I knew exactly who that was. There's only one.
That's exactly right. And you can see why this took me so long to make.
Yeah, she is lovely.
Sorry?
She is lovely.
She does look lovely. She's a United fan, though, so that counts against her.
Yeah, she's lovely. She's a United fan. She's intelligent. She's got the whole lot.
She's great at maths, but she can't be that clever if she's a United fan. So, we understand the game now, don't we? We're in.
Yeah. Good practice run that.
Wait.
Can I ask, is it always full names?
Yes.
Oh, so I was looking for a surname. Never mind. Right.
There is a surname. It's Derek Carr. Is his surname there?
No, as in I was just looking for a surname within those letters. I didn't know it was a full name.
Right, no, they're all full names. Okay. Number 2 is Cakes Mojo. CAKESMOJO.
Oh.
It's a running back.
James Cook.
Oh, Hallam.
I got James. I was writing down the rest of the letters to try and see what was left.
Oh my word! And he already had a dyslexia excuse lined up, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not very good at this.
There's
15 still to go though.
Long way to go.
When are we moving on to the numbers? That's the bit I can do.
2 from the top, 1 from the middle, 3 from the bottom.
Yeah.
Right, number 3. Makes Vein. MAKESVEIN. N. It's a wide receiver. 9 straight 1,000-yard years.
Mike
Mike
Evans.
I'm giving that one to Pete.
What?
Pete got there just ahead of H. Well done, Pete. That is Mike Evans.
Without that clue, I never would have got there because I'm like, I've already spelled out Kevin, and I'm trying to think of a wide receiver called Kevin. So
I like that. Because you picked the first name and you just stuck on that then.
yeah, I was like,
there's a Kevin somewhere. Number 4. Petty Silk. PETTYSILK. It's a tight end.
oh my god.
Arthur Smith ruined him.
Oh, Kyle Pitts.
Yes, 2-2, Pete. Well done, mate.
Pete's coming through like delayed on mine, so I think I'm winning these.
Oh, is he?
It's your internet connection, that mate.
Yeah.
You need to get fibre, mate. So what first name were you invested in there, Pete?
I couldn't even get one. I was like, this.
Like number 5.
I'm literally useless at this until you give us the clues, and then I've got a chance.
Yeah, to be fair, the anagrams don't matter. You're just listening for the key clues.
Yeah.
All right, number 5. Something. SOMETHING. The quarterback.
Quarterback.
Pete loves him.
Kyler Murray.
No. Oh,
Quarterback, and I love him.
Yeah, you do. You're a big. You stand up for him a lot. It's
Patrick Mahomes. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
I think love's probably a strong phrase.
Well, you love him more than most normal people.
Yeah, well, I might rate him higher than most people, but that's not hard, is it?
No. Number 6. Chunk BBCI. So that's CH.
Nick Chubb.
Oh my word.
That was incredibly quick. Well done.
Wow. What gave it you there, H?
The CHU and then double B in the middle.
Okay. All right.
It was when, yeah.
Fair enough. That was rapid. Number 7. Badge Visa. BADGE VISA.
You have put a lot of effort into this.
Thank you. This is a wide receiver.
Oh, wow.
He's either 0 points or 30.
Gabe Davis.
It is Gabe Davis. 0 or 30, Gabe Davis. 4-2 we're currently at. Moving on to number 8. Acted onto. ACTEDONTO. Tight end.
Cade Otton.
Cade Otton. H steaming away now.
Yeah. It's only going one way, this, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it your Wi-Fi, Pete?
Yeah. I'm still on Mike Evans.
You're still on Kevin.
It's not changed for me. I don't even know what he's looking at.
Pete's just staring at Rachel Riley. He's not even looking at
Yeah.
the letters. Just zoned out. Number 9. Shell Joan. SHELLJOAN. It's a quarterback. Or it could be a linebacker.
Could be a linebacker.
Oh, Joe Allen. No, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, yeah.
Who
Good one,
is
Pete.
Joe Allen?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, is
He used
that
He
Joe
used to play
Allen?
midfield for Wales.
He did, didn't he? I will give it to you, though, Pete. You got that, yeah. The second
I hope-
attempt.
Mate, I almost said Joan Allen. So Josh Allen.
Sounds like a country singer. Joe and Allen. Right, 5-3. Number 10. Shows.
Josh Allen.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous.
SHOWSNODJ. And it is instantly H there, giving no chance to any of the listeners. Josh Downs.
Sorry,
It was. Well, it's better than my guess. My guess was going to be Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
also correct.
To be fair, when I put that one down, I was like, that's nailed on one for Pete there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even have mate. It's not come up yet. So H is straight in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember when H said he'd be rubbish at this?
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Number.
making me look even worse, isn't it? When
I
he says
know.
he's going to be rubbish and then beats me.
Well, you're 3 down with 7 to play. The number 11 is Deaf Fog Jr. DEAFFOGJR. Quarterback.
Jared Goff.
It is, of course, Jared Goff.
Well done.
Well done, H. What's going on, Pete?
I'm just not very good at this.
Oh. It's all right. You can come up with a game for next time.
Yeah.
Number 12.
Yeah, can I go back to hosting next week?
Yeah. Number 12 is Belt Dry Yo. BELTDRYYO. It's a wide receiver.
And I've done a P here.
Are you stuck on Troy as well?
He is a Bengals free agent.
Oh, Tyler Boyd.
Just before the end, Pete gets it in there. Tyler Boyd. Who are you stuck on?
Troy, somebody or other.
I went Leroy, and I was like,
I was like, Troy Deeney? Does he play wide receiver?
You're
wow.
Jenkins. Well done, Pete. Moving
Thanks.
on to number
That was
13. Allow Mesh. ALLOWMESH. The quarterback. He had his own feature on this podcast.
Sam Howell.
It is, of course, Sam Howell.
Do you know when he said that? I still couldn't think of his name. I was like, I'm terrible at this.
Oh, well, you are 4 down with 4 to play.
Yeah, so
you need to pull out of the bag here now, mate. Number 14. Warn Hobo N. WARNHOBON. It is a wide receiver.
not a clue.
H should get this.
He should get it.
It is
Noah Brown.
Noah Brown.
Oh,
Damn.
Noah Brown.
not in time.
Unlucky there, H. And Pete, just after the buzzer, sorry, before I pressed it. Number 15. Boss Hob DJ. BOSSHOB DJ.
Josh Dobbs.
It is Josh Dobbs. I think the listeners might be getting pelted this week. Usually someone beats us. I think H is doing really well there.
Yeah.
The clues for Josh Dobbs were QB, and the second one is Gash.
It's a bit harsh.
Number 16. Euro Bow Jr.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Oh my word. Wow. Well done, H
Beat me.
again.
Yeah, beat me.
Just. And the last one, which Pete will be glad to know. Swivel Ill. SWIVELILL.
Will Levis.
Oh, I had that as well. Oh, come on.
It's Will Levis.
There's a couple I was very close to getting, but I still lost. Well done, H.
Well done, H. Very, very good effort there.
Yeah.
Fantastic effort. So well done. So any listeners at home, whether you were watching on the video, which, to be fair, if you're going to beat H, you needed to be watching the video.
Yeah.
You got there a couple of them before I'd even had a chance to read the letters out. But then if you were listening along and you managed to pause it, write them down, let us know if you beat any of the lads. And that was Countdown. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's a bit different. Thanks, mate.
It's a little bit different. And for the end, or for the last of the episode, H has got a couple of rants.
Just the one rant, actually, more than anything. So, how long have I got, by the way?
Oh, you've got time. You've got time.
So, it's something that I'm probably more. What's the right word? Probably see it a little bit more because of what happened last year in the draft and the fact that the Texans were always drafting a QB. But my rant is going to be these teams need to stop with trying to make somebody fall. So last year it was CJ Stroud. The Titans released that he failed the S2 test and he was uncoachable and this, that, and the other. This year, it seems like Drake May is getting that treatment. So 4 weeks ago, Drake May on all mock drafts that you see, Drake May is number 2. All right, Jaden Daniels comes in there at 3 or 2 at occasional spots. He is now being drafted on a draft that I saw today, which Bucky Brooks released. He's now getting drafted at 12 behind Jaden Daniels, JJ McCarthy, and I also read somewhere today that the Vikings prefer Michael Penix over him, who is a second rounder. I get you're trying to get the guy to fall, but like you have to stop this. Like it's, I understand why they do it, but it's
why?
I just hate it.
No one. Well, there might be an element of that, but I think because I saw the Bucky Brooks draft as well, funnily enough, which I don't really pay that much attention. You've got to bear in mind we're like firmly into mock draft season, and they're asking these analysts to come up with a new mock draft every week, so they can't just release the same thing. So they are going to mix it up a bit, and as we get closer to the time, he'll move back up. It's just one of those things.
No, this is where I disagree, because if you look, it's always Drake May. It's never Jaden Daniels. All right, let's face it. Caleb Williams is number one overall. It's not even going to be debated. That I'm not even touching on that one. You look at Drake May's figures, Jaden Daniels' figures, and JJ McCarthy's figures. There is an argument. I personally didn't know how good Jaden Daniels sort of statistically was. He's brilliant, I will say that, and I can understand you favouring him over Drake May, but to say JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix are now the same level as the guy that was last year's draft would be the top. Him and Caleb would be the top two quarterbacks. I don't understand how like he's now this guy that's almost undraftable, or
I don't know why I'm getting drawn into this with you. Should have just left you to it. But I don't know. Like but I think Bucky Brooks has got him going at 11. Nobody's saying he's undraftable. He's the fourth quarterback off the board.
Yeah, no, undraftable was the wrong word, but he is easily the top in the top three quarterbacks of this draft.
Right,
easily.
But what you've got to remember,
I think he's top two.
What you've got to remember is, and I don't disagree with you, and he may end up going top three. What you've got to remember is, Jaden Daniels just had his pro day, because there's a lot of
it was today. It was today.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about him today, and JJ McCarthy had his 2 days ago or the end of last week, and
Jaden Daniels another one today. They said he's done his pro day, but he's not throwing a ball and he's not doing drills.
Yeah, but JJ McCarthy was getting bigged up by Harbaugh last week, and it was like, oh, it's the best I've ever seen anybody throw, which is ridiculous because he was his coach at Michigan, so he's going to say that.
Well, yeah.
But
if he was that good at throwing, why didn't he throw it all last year then? Why did they rely on the run game?
Hey, you've got 4 weeks until the draft. You need to calm down.
No, it's upsetting me. Like, because there's going to be other players that are going to come out, and people are going to try and push them down the draft board so that it's an easier draft pick, and it just irritates me.
It doesn't work.
That's the whole point of the draft.
No, it's not.
If you're drafting later in the rounds, your intention is to push someone's value down as much as you can.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to push someone's value down, keep adding these quarterbacks into the first round. Then I saw someone today. They reckon 6 quarterbacks are going to be drafted in the first round now.
They will.
There's not 6 quarterbacks in this draft.
I've never seen 8 so wound up.
You need to calm down.
I mean, I'm sorry. This is the first time our listeners have seen our faces on a video.
I'm ranting.
It just so happens that it's just gone full gammon. He's just ranting about Trey May.
We're firmly in mock draft season, so you need to calm down about certain mock drafts, and because that's what's going to happen. Because if they don't say stuff like that, and they don't go, oh, he's going to go lower and he's coming up higher and everything else, they'll have nothing to talk about for the next 4 weeks, because there's literally nothing happening in the NFL for the next 4 weeks until the draft now.
Like if you're an NFL analyst and you're doing all these mock drafts, you must hate this time of year, because you do a mock draft at 9 o'clock on Monday morning, and by lunchtime it's irrelevant because someone's been traded, someone's been cut, someone's gone to another team, someone's retired. Like Damien Harris retired yesterday. Like your mock draft that you've just done is now totally irrelevant, and now you're doing another one. You must hate this time of year.
Yeah.
H is looking like he'd love it.
I just that like I understand your point, like, but it happened with CJ last year, and it was only it's probably because of CJ that I'd noticed it more of last year and like this year, and I can understand. Yeah, but all of the stuff that was released about CJ Stroud was don't draft him. He's not a team player. He's not, he failed the S2 test and all that came out about him. He's uncoachable. He falls out with his coaches and will only speak to the head coach and all this and all that. And it couldn't be further from the truth. And luckily, we did our own work on him. There was rumours that Richardson was going to go 1 overall, which I can understand. Richardson in his pro day was outstanding, and the test on the combine was outstanding. I just don't, and I can understand the hype of JJ McCarthy because he's just won the college championship. I can understand why he's being pushed higher, but I can't understand him.
Right.
All of a sudden making someone like Drake May drop 11 in a mock draft. If anything, and I understand what you're saying, Bucky, with the Vikings pick, he should have just done a projected trade up then. Why is he making him fall? And it's not just Drake May. There are other players that'll do it, but it's just, I hate it.
So Bucky Brooks on the latest. I'm on the NFL website now. Bucky Brooks has got him going at 11, which is clearly what you've seen, which has upset you. The next guy along, Chad Reuter, whoever he is, draft analyst, has got him going number 3 to the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
The next one along is Daniel Jeremiah.
Sorry, Pete. Just while you're on that, why are you on Bucky Brooks's? Who are the Patriots taking instead of Drake May?
Hang on. Bucky Brooks. I think they're taking McCarthy.
Right.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy. And they've got Jaden Daniels at 2.
Yeah, Caleb, Jaden Daniels, and JJ McCarthy. Daniel Jeremiah has got Derek May going. It's got Derek May. It's got Drake May going at 2 to the Washington Commanders.
And I listened to him on Pat McAfee earlier on today, and he said there is no way Drake May doesn't go 2. So that's how highly he rates him.
So your problem really, H, is just purely with Bucky Brooks.
Yeah,
no,
it's not.
Everyone else has got him going top 4.
No, it's all the other one, like all these rumors. So apparently he's the next Mitchell Trubisky and stuff like that I'm reading, and I'm just like, you can't say that. You can, but it doesn't make sense to me because last year he was better than Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis by a country mile. And granted, his stats for that 2022 were outstanding. His stats this year
everyone else has got him going top 3. And even Bucky Brooks, the last time he did this at the end of February, had him going number 3.
It's also what people are saying that he's he's going to be Trubisky and all this. They're clearly trying to get him to drop, and I just don't think it's fair on the kid.
The thing is, at this point now in the off season, like free agency has died down. There's not much else going on. So if you're a GM or a coach at another team, why not spend your day winding other teams up? I'm all for it.
And the thing is,
sorry, Pete, before you do, the Bengals picking at 18, I would try my best to mess with the 17 teams above us as much as I could.
Bucky Brooks had you taking Brian Thomas at 18. I was like, that look, I've not seen much, but that looks like a good pick. So
I've not seen any college, and that sounds like a reasonable pick.
He's a talented boy.
Have a look at his
pro day catch today. You'll be all in on him.
I think
I want Brock Bowers.
There's 4.5 weeks or something. There's 4 weeks to the draft ish. they can't just say the thing you're missing a bit is they can't just say positive things about. I've seen negative things said about Caleb Williams. I've seen negative things said about Marvin Harrison. It's like you can't just go in. You can't just spend the next 4 weeks going. Every player in the top 15 of this draft is absolutely brilliant. Like they've got. It's their job to kind of go. That might not work out because do you know what? Half of them won't work out.
I completely understand it, but to just come out with some of the stuff that they're coming out with now is just like, it's like I said, be consistent in what you're saying. So that's my problem with it. 1 minute is better than any draft prospect of last year, and now he's Mitchell Trubisky part 2. It's like it doesn't. You can't say those two different things.
It's different people.
Who was called him Mitchell Trubisky?
I can't remember. It was I think it was one of those things. I'll find it. But somebody is like, it was one of them where it's like an NFL scout has said this, and it's one of them stupid things online.
If I was that scout and I've done that to mess with his draft position or mess with the teams that are likely to draft him, I've done that intentionally to have that effect. But then I found out he really wound up some random podcaster from Manchester. Honestly, I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't sleep. I'd be so happy. If I just randomly came across this podcast and I saw Rach going off for 10 minutes about Drake May's draft stock.
It's not just Drake May. There's going to be others. Like it, I think Keon Coleman's probably one that people are starting to say he's not a first round wide receiver now. When I can't even speak now, I'm that angry.
So annoying.
Like Keon Coleman's like somebody that's now supposedly going to be falling. I know there was a lot of hype around Xavier Worthy, so he's like his draft capital's gone up, which is I can understand it with the speed that he ran at the combine and stuff like that. Which means someone's got to drop down. I don't know. Like it just annoys me. Like if you're gonna be one of these analysts or one of these people that watches tape and all that stuff, just be consistent with what you're saying. That's what annoys me.
But I think they probably are being consistent. But you're reading lots of different people's opinions and then thinking that they're not being consistent. It's not the same guy isn't saying 1 week he's brilliant and the next week he's terrible.
Then I'd be interested to know who Bucky Brooks supports as a team, because he might be using his influence as an analyst and his voice in the media to do his team a favour.
There's also that element of if you're a draft analyst, so you take those top 4 quarterbacks, and it seems the general opinion is that they are going to be the top 4 quarterbacks, the 4 that go in the first round of the draft, and it'll be a massive shock if. In one order or another, it'll be a massive shock if that's any different. But history tells us that 3 of them at least are going to bomb. So 3 of them are going to fail. So if you're a draft analyst and you want next year you want your opinion to be like counted, the best thing you could possibly do is say that one of them pick one and say he's not going to do well, because the chances are you're going to be right. Whereas if you stick your flag in someone and say he's going to be great, the chances are you're going to be wrong.
Yeah, you got like as what 75% success opportunity.
The chances that that 2 of those quarterbacks in 5 years' time, we're still talking about them being 2 of the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL are very, very slim, and because that's just the way the draft works.
I mean, if you want, you could go back and see what Bucky Brooks said about Zach Wilson at the time.
Yeah,
I bet he backed him to be amazing.
It's not just him though. That's my. It is what it is. I'll start now. But there's loads of them that are doing it, and it just it just annoys me.
Right. Well, thank you, H, for that.
Can I make a suggestion? But after this, you delete the NFL app for about a month. And to be honest, I wouldn't even. I'd just delete all of it. I wouldn't pay any attention for the next 6 weeks because you haven't even got a first round pick as the Texans anymore, so it doesn't matter to you. Like you've traded it away.
The differences between me and you, Pete, is I I quite like I watch quite a lot of college football,
Yeah,
and
but
I know
it's winding you up.
there. So
It's
Right.
winding you up. Take a break.
Cheers for that, H. Thank you for
that's the rant over.
at least amusing me and Pete for the last 10 minutes. I appreciate that. And just like the NFL app, I'd probably advise you come off Twitter and Facebook as well in the next few weeks. But for the listeners, while we're on the socials, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. Let us know how you got on with Countdown. I'd be surprised if anyone managed to beat H, because he was pretty unreal at that, to be fair. But do let us know how you got on. Like and share. You know, we're into year 2 now. We want to give this podcast a big push for the year, see how far we can take it. Please help us out. We need you guys for that. And we really appreciate it. Thanks very much, guys. See you next week.